I think that can be tied to his time at Doge. It has been a distraction for the company.
Whereas one person's meat is another person's poison. The Cybertruck, a futuristic beast made of stainless steel, has been deemed unsafe for use on roads in the United Kingdom, and authorities are taking measures to restrict its presence, despite the fact that it is extremely popular in the United States. The arrival of the Cybertruck in England has been anything but smooth, from the sharp-edged design of the vehicle to the legal roadblocks that have been encountered. Why then would a nation that is actively working to increase the number of people who own electric vehicles turn its back on one of the most anticipated electric trucks in history? Is this a problem that only affects the United Kingdom, or could it be a problem that other countries face as well? You won't want to miss out on this opportunity, so stay tuned. The unthinkable has just been accomplished by England. An official prohibition and impounding of the Tesla Cybertruck has been implemented. It is now completely illegal to drive the futuristic stainless steel behemoth on roads in the United Kingdom. It was designed to be bulletproof and tougher than any truck currently available on the market. Not only that, but this is not merely some bureaucratic red tape. It has been made abundantly clear by the government that the Cybertruck is not only out of place, but it is also fundamentally dangerous. A Cybertruck, which is one of the few that have been seen in the country, was recently taken into custody by the police in Greater Manchester. This action sends a clear message that even Tesla's most hyped vehicle is not above the law. Upon hearing the news, many people have been left wondering what exactly it is about the Cybertruck that makes it so dangerous that an entire nation has decided to outright ban it. Is this just the beginning of Tesla's internal and external regulatory conflicts in other countries? Due to the fact that production in the United States has only recently begun to increase, this swift and aggressive move by the government of the United Kingdom raises more questions about the future of the truck outside of the United States. Is it possible that other nations will follow the United Kingdom's lead and not permit it? Additionally, what is Elon Musk's response to this unanticipated obstacle? This is the most important question. It is highly unlikely that this beast will ever make it to the United Kingdom. So let's take a look at the reasons why it has been deemed dangerous. A great deal of criticism is being directed towards Elon Musk as a result of the political choices he has made in recent times, as is common knowledge. The Cybertruck, on the other hand, was not simply prohibited by the United Kingdom for the sake of bureaucracy. Rather, it was prohibited because, according to British safety standards, it is simply too dangerous. Despite the fact that Tesla intended for the Cybertruck to be a machine that was both futuristic and nearly indestructible, the company's design approach was in direct conflict with regulations that were intended to protect not only drivers, but also pedestrians and cyclists. The Cybertruck is in violation of multiple road laws in the United Kingdom, including those pertaining to its razor-sharp edges, its sheer size, its weight, and even its steering system. As a result, it is completely unfit for legal use. The design of the exterior is one of the most significant warning signs. The body of the Cybertruck is constructed out of ultra-hard stainless steel, and it features sharp, angular edges. These features, which give the Cybertruck a rugged and futuristic appearance, also make it a significant risk in the event of a collision. Vehicles that have rigid external projections that have the potential to cause severe injuries upon impact are expressly prohibited by law in the United Kingdom. The majority of contemporary automobiles are constructed with crumple zones, which are sections that mitigate the impact of an accident by absorbing and distributing force. Quite the opposite is true for the Cybertruck. Because of its rigid panels and sharp angles, it does not absorb impact. Rather, it transfers it directly to whatever or whoever it hits. There is the potential for catastrophic outcomes in the event of a collision with a pedestrian or a cyclist. Additionally, there is the problem of weight. Before taking into account the weight of passengers or cargo, the Cybertruck weighs more than 3,100 kilograms, which is equivalent to 6,800 pounds. The majority of drivers in the United Kingdom are in possession of a standard Category B license, which restricts them to operating vehicles with a maximum weight of 3,500 kilograms or 7,700 pounds. Not only does the Cybertruck come perilously close to this limit, but in certain configurations, it has the potential to surpass it. A Category C1 license, which is typically required for commercial vehicles and small trucks, would be necessary for a significant number of drivers in the United Kingdom. Simply because of this, the Cybertruck is not suitable for drivers who drive on a daily basis. Another problem is with the steering. The Cybertruck from Tesla is equipped with a steer-by-wire system, which means that there is no physical connection between the steering wheel and the wheels during operation. On the other hand, the system is entirely dependent on electronic signals. The presence of a mechanical link in steering systems is mandated by law in the United Kingdom. This enables inspectors to physically evaluate the capacity of a vehicle to respond in the event of a malfunction. Because the Cybertruck does not comply with the regulations, it is automatically disqualified from Drive-EG on UK roads because it does not have a mechanical backup. A problem exists with the lighting system as well. Despite its sleek appearance, the Cybertruck's single full-width LED light bar does not comply with the regulations that are in place in the UK. Under British law, headlights are required to have a certain level of brightness, to be positioned in a particular manner, and to have housings that are distinct for the primary and secondary lights. The design of Tesla does not meet these requirements, which means that it is not fully compliant right from the start. In order to make the Cybertruck street legal, it would require a complete redesign, which Tesla has not shown any interest in doing. This is because there are so many fundamental conflicts between the design of the Cybertruck and the laws of the United Kingdom. In the first place, why is it that a vehicle that is regarded as completely risk-free in one nation is completely prohibited in another? Let's take a more in-depth look at the ways in which the safety standards in the United States and the United Kingdom differ. In the United States, Cybertrucks are absolutely legal, but in the United Kingdom, they pose a threat. It is possible that at first glance, this may appear to be confusing. After all, isn't safety a universal standard? The most important distinction lies in the order of importance that each nation places on the concept of safety. Vehicle regulations in the United States place a significant emphasis on the protection of the driver and passengers who are inside the vehicle. In contrast, the United Kingdom and a significant portion of Europe place an equal amount of importance on the safety of pedestrians, cyclists, and other individuals who use the roads. It is precisely because of this difference in philosophy that the Cybertruck, which is exceptionally good at protecting its occupants, is considered to be a significant risk on roads in the United Kingdom. Within the United States of America, the Cybertruck was conceived of as a mobile fortress. A number of factors, including its rigid structure, heavyweight construction, and ultra-hard stainless steel exoskeleton, contribute to the vehicle's phenomenally high level of durability. Tesla boasted that it could withstand bullets and that it could resist denting even when subjected to incredible force. And those features work in the vehicle's favor when it comes to the safety of the people who are inside the vehicle in the event of an accident. In the United States, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is primarily responsible for determining how well a vehicle protects its occupants in the event of a collision. According to those criteria, the Cybertruck demonstrates an outstanding level of performance. When it comes to safety in the United Kingdom, however, it is not only about the people who are inside the vehicle. What happens to the people who are not a part of it is all that matters. The law in the United Kingdom requires that automobiles be designed with soft crumple zones, which reduce the amount of energy that is transferred in the event of a collision. Because of this, the majority of contemporary automobiles have rounded edges and materials that are deformable in key areas. This fundamental principle is completely disregarded by the Cybertruck, which features sharp angles and rigid steel panels instead. One more significant aspect is one's weight. Full-size pickup trucks and sport utility vehicles, SUVs, account for a significant portion of the market in the United States, where larger and heavier vehicles have become the norm. There are parking spaces and roads in the United States that are designed to accommodate them. Not only is a truck that weighs 6,800 pounds excessive, but it also poses a potential risk to drivers on the roads in the United Kingdom, where roads are narrower and vehicles are generally smaller. When it comes to accidents, heavier vehicles cause significantly more damage than smaller cars, which puts drivers of smaller cars in a more precarious position. The celebrated status of the Cybertruck in the United States can be attributed to the fundamental difference in safety philosophy that exists between the United States and the United Kingdom. When it comes to all of this, however, what does Elon Musk think? Did he anticipate this happening? Is Tesla frantically trying to find a way to respond to the criticism? In order to determine whether or not Tesla has any plans to fight back against the decision made by the United Kingdom, let's take a look at Musk's reaction. Considering that Elon Musk is not exactly known for being caught off guard, the decision of the United Kingdom to prohibit the use of the Cybertruck did not come as a complete surprise to him either. He had a clear vision of this happening many years ago. In the year 2020, when asked about the availability of the Cybertruck in Europe, Musk admitted that the vehicle would not be able to comply with the stringent safety regulations that are in place in that region. His response was direct, and he stated that in order for Europe to pass regulations, we will need to create a more compact version. Simply making that statement demonstrates that Tesla was well aware of the potential obstacles long before production even started. However, rather than beginning with the creation of a version that would be suitable for Europeans, they proceeded with their original design, which was aggressively American, despite the fact that they were aware that it would never pass the scrutiny of UK regulators. Is it possible that Tesla will make the necessary adjustments in order to bring a legal version of the Cybertruck to the United Kingdom now that the United Kingdom has expressed its position officially? Very unlikely to occur. Changing the design of the vehicle so that it complies with the safety regulations of the United Kingdom would not be as easy as making a few minor adjustments. A comprehensive reorganization would be necessary. The body made of stainless steel with sharp edges would need to be redesigned, the lighting system would require adjustments, and the problem of weight would need to be addressed. Something like that is not only costly, but it also goes against everything that the Cybertruck was designed to be. Throughout its entire existence, Musk has marketed it as a daring and unapologetic departure from conventional automobiles. Musk is well aware that a Cybertruck that is watered down and made more compliant with regulations would be incompatible with Tesla's brand. To this point, it appears that Musk is content with allowing the ban in the UK to remain in place. Tesla's primary focus is on satisfying demand in the United States, and given the unprecedentedly high number of pre-orders they received, there is little incentive for the company to invest in a redesign for a market that will not determine the success of the vehicle. On the other hand, given that they are leading the charge against Cybertruck, are there any other nations that might follow suit? We will examine the ways in which this ban is affecting reactions all over the world, as well as the potential implications it may have for Tesla's future. There has been a raging debate in the United Kingdom as a result of the decision to prohibit the Cybertruck, and Tesla supporters are not holding back. As a result of this move, many people believe that the government is going beyond its authority and unfairly targeting Tesla while allowing other large and heavy vehicles to be driven on public roads. On social media, there has been an overwhelming number of complaints, with some individuals describing it as an open assault on innovation. Others are of the opinion that the United Kingdom is simply resistant to change and unwilling to embrace the advent of electric vehicles in the future. Some ardent supporters of Tesla have even gone so far as to accuse regulators of protecting legacy automakers to the extent that they have prevented Tesla from entering the market in the United Kingdom. In spite of the criticism, the government of the United Kingdom has not given up on its decision. Officials have reaffirmed their position, stating that the Cybertruck does not fulfill the stringent road safety requirements of the country, and that there will be no exceptions made to this rule, even for one of the vehicles that has received the most attention over the past 10 years. As a response to the question of whether or not Tesla could submit an application for special approval, a spokesperson for the Department of Transport in the United Kingdom made it abundantly clear that safety regulations are in place for a specific reason, and that any vehicle that does not meet those standards will not be allowed to operate on public roads. The authorities contend that the Cybertruck is fundamentally incompatible with the laws of the United Kingdom due to its distinctive combination of sharp edges, excessive weight, and steer-by-wire method of operation. The arrest of a Cybertruck in Manchester conveyed a powerful message to the authorities. This is not merely a bureaucratic requirement, rather it is a complete and utter refusal. But the more significant worry for Tesla is whether or not the ban in the United Kingdom will encourage other nations to take action of a similar nature. It is well known that the European Union has some of the most stringent regulations regarding the safety of vehicles in the world. The difficulties that Tesla is experiencing in the United Kingdom may be an indication of what is to come across the continent. Countries such as Germany and France, which are both important markets for Tesla, have already voiced their concerns regarding the design of the Cybertruck. The size of the vehicle and concerns about its safety have caused even Canada, which is Tesla's neighbor to the north, to not yet give its approval for the vehicle to be sold. In the event that additional nations follow the example set by the United Kingdom, Tesla may be compelled to make a difficult choice: either redesign the Cybertruck for international markets or accept the fact that its future is restricted to the United States. So, what are your thoughts on the United Kingdom's decision to ban Tesla's Cybertruck? Do you believe that the restrictions are reasonable, or do you believe that the government is overreacting? Leave a comment below and let us know. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you found it entertaining. We will continue to provide you with updates on Tesla, Elon Musk, and the most recent advancements in automotive technology. Many thanks for watching, and until we meet again.